Alright, I just need to do this to show people that I'm not going crazy here, because it almost seems like I am trying to figure this problem out. So if I boot up Fox Game currently and go to any map, it doesn't matter. You know, everything works as should. You don't see any errors up at the bottom besides, you know, missing textures and whatnot. But functionally, all the messaging that goes between the server, client, and engine is working. When I pick up $1, the HUD bumps and you see me collect $1. You know, the dollar figure. If I shoot or bump into them, the screen shakes. That's another message. Same for when I take damage. The screen shakes and the health changes. So on and so forth. If you were to restart the game by loading the test map again or disconnecting, same thing. This is what would happen if you started a new game. It would disconnect and then create a new one. You see all these multicast errors. Multicast errors. This is basically the messaging is not working. It's constantly thinking there's 0 bytes being sent, even though it's expecting this, so nothing is working right at all. The screen's not bumping, the HUD's not changed, everything is fucked. Alright. I have on my network drive an older build of the game. Close out OBS for now. We don't need it yet. It's for later. So this is an older build of the game from around April of 2026. I back it up manually on my network drive. The code I was not using on Git. I was also manually backing that up. And this is one of them. This is the latest one that I had until June. Ignoring everything that I got here, if I were to boot into this, it will take some time. It is on a network drive, so it takes a little bit, you know, longer to load in. Everything, again, appears to be working. No errors. Money works. Taking damage works. Okay. I disconnect. Sometimes crashes here because of the network. It's really slow. Nope. Okay, we're good. I load it up again. Everything's fine. No issue. Not one issue. See? Okay. Alright, well. So. Obvious thing is I was checking through the code on here. I purposely uploaded everything to GitHub just to do a comparison between that build and the current build. And I checked over everything to make sure I didn't make a mistake, and anything I thought was a mistake, I have changed. It did not correct the issue. It still was happening. So I was like, okay, here's a simple thing. Let's go into the game and let's copy all of the DLLs from the old build to the current build. The EXE doesn't really matter, it just loads the engine. It does not matter really that it's different. And to be honest, this hasn't changed in a long time since I've added the icon basically. So now if I load it up, you'll notice it loads the old menu. You know, pre that, and obviously this is, you know, how this is. The textures are missing and whatnot, ignore that. Gunshots work. Collecting money works. Taking damage works. Okay, same thing. Disconnect. Alright. This is the current build of the game, but with the old DLLs. Ah. We still have a multicast error. Even with the old game driver, so none of the code has anything to do with this multicast error. Okay? Alright, and here's the real fun fact. Here's the real fun part here. If we go back out to projects, go to this little test I made. This contains the April build from the network drive. From here, from April. But the DLLs are current. We load this up. So everything's working as of now. I mean, obviously some sprites might be in the wrong place, but it works generally. Same thing. Disconnect. Oop. All right, let's do the same thing. everything still works. So it has nothing to do with code at all. Some model, sound, file of some kind has completely fucked this up, and I don't know what. So I get to play that game now. Anyways, that's just to show that I'm not crazy, and it has nothing to do with my programming. Anyways. Hi, did you miss me? Well, it's already been basically no time at all, and I've gone through all of the files for the game and checked them, and nothing seems to be the problem. So, in a last Hail Mary ditch effort to see what's wrong, I simply took the current build of the game as is and just put it in this new directory. And if we load it up, working as it should, as I've shown a million times already. Alright, then I go to test map. Again, and now it just works. So it's actually Windows that is broken. It has nothing to do with the game at all. Windows just somehow created a problem. I don't know what. I'm gonna have to figure that out now, just so it doesn't break on other people's ends. But yeah, Windows. Anyways, that's all I was gonna add to this little update. I might put this all on YouTube or something now, since I have sort of a cohesive start and end to it now, besides the fact that it's Windows and I still have to figure that part out. But anyways, at least I know it's not my fault. Alright, it is the next morning, and I've continued testing this further before going to work. And I have narrowed it down to being not just the directory, but just the exe for developer. So if I were to launch this with console, so this will give you the console but not all of the developer messages. This is an intended way for the regular player to have access to the console to do things, but they don't necessarily need all the console spam from a model not loading or this not happening, you know, so on and so forth. But if I were to do this, I can't just give myself the guns though. Could. Or alright, yeah. Gun works, no issue. Collecting that works. Taking damage works. Okay, disconnect. And we start up a new one. Yeah, okay, so the screen shake still works. The HUD still works. Taking damage works. So it's not broken here. Okay? Not broken here at all. Alrighty. So here's developer. I even copied the newest exe and renamed it, because that's all you have to do. It just checks for the name. Renamed this to developer, and it is broken. And also it's got the run as admin flag. I turned it back off because that didn't make a difference. But you know, Windows is fantastic and it just lingers forever. But if I were to rename this to, you know, take on dev instead of developer, and then we build. Okay. And then we rename this to dev. The directory is the same as it was before when I first started this whole dive down the rabbit's hole. So we load up dev. Okay. Go to the test map. I can actually get myself guns. Everything works. It's fantastic. I'll just show it. Money. Health. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Reload it again. Ah. And it's still working. It's in the same directory. Everything's the same. Nothing has changed other than the name of the exe. So Windows has done something. I don't know what. I've used CCleaner to try to clean up any Windows cache or anything like that. This game does not use Windows app data at all for the user. There's nothing for it to store. It does it all here. And I've wiped this multiple times, so it's not there. Even though this is based on Quake and it does have networking, this does not connect via the network to send out data or take incoming data. So it does not need to be part of the firewall for that to work. And even more so, that doesn't explain why it works until you disconnect and reconnect. So some data somewhere associated with the exe on Windows is not being flushed, and it is continually storing it. I don't know where that would be, and I don't know how to clear that. I don't know what I could change in the compile properties for the exe to fix that either. So at this point, I'll try to keep looking into it, but if anyone else has any idea of what to do after watching this whole video of me rambling and losing my mind, you are welcome to comment, give me a suggestion. Just know that it has nothing to do with the game's files or the directory it's in, other than that Windows has saved something about this exe being named this. See how that also pops back up? Like, Windows stores it somewhere. So it knows that if developer exe is in this directory, something's broken. Something is stored and it is broken now. So I need to know how to clear that, and if there's a way to prevent that from being a problem. And yeah, this is definitely going to go up on YouTube now because this revelation happening. So yeah, thanks for watching this entire video of me doing this. If you have any suggestions or ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I hope I get this fixed before it releases.